Hey everybody, Rodman here. Thanks for tuning in to Kenshi, Birth of a Hive, episode 12. Recap of the rules and goals for you, if you need them, and let's get going. Ron is going to follow Silvershade, and Silvershade is going to start running towards home. But the thing is, I don't really want to wait for Ron and Silvershade, so what I'm going to do instead is to put together a little bit of a crew that will scavenge the area around here. Green is literally right next to an iron spider. That does not seem safe at all. But I'm taking him off jobs. What I'm going to do is a scavenger crew. So, I'll call them Food Run. Put Green on it, and then figure out who else is going to go on it. So Green... Actually, Green, you can stay over here. Obaro, Beep... No, Hella, Beep, and Meat Pants are going to join you. So Hella, Beep, Meat Pants. And I'm going to select all of them, turn off food, and then have them all swim over to where Green is. Unfortunately, Green just pissed off this iron spider, but it should stop short. Good. And I'm going to send them to all start to scavenge what they can, where they can, without getting endangered. Silvershade and Ron are deep within the Beak Thing territory here. But I have them sort of hanging out. I have them pathing basically where the hives are. So I'll have them move near hive villages, and that way, if they get attacked, they'll be, within close proximity of some sort of help. Alright, so it looks like I can make landfall here and not piss off any iron spiders. Yeah, I have a lot of irons in the fire here, and a lot could go wrong as a result. Especially with Silvershade and Ron, because Beak Things love to ambush you in vain. Hella and Meat Pants, you're going to have to go a little bit around that iron spider there. I don't have the bridge finished yet, but I didn't want to wait. I'm getting pretty hungry. And then the Hella is going to be the slowest out of this group. I think I've given this iron spider enough room. Alright, come on, Meat Pants. Alright, everyone follow Hella. And also everyone go to passive, so as to not pick fights, and then we're going to head to where the Garu and the Beak Things like to duke it out. Nice. I do, back home, I do have enough wheat, or will soon, to be able to do some, bread cooking, but I'd rather not, and the reason being is I'd rather just expand my farm and let my food runners here, my door dashers, my Uber Eats get food for me, so that I'm not using up resources in that way. These guys, what are you, drunk? You're running absolutely, positively, 100% the wrong direction. Oh. My other group just discovered yet another hive village. And this is a lot to micromanage. Oh, yes. Hello. A lot could go wrong. I would ill-advise new players to have multiple groups like this. And mostly... Oh, what is that? That's a dead Garu. Picked a fight with an iron spider. That's food right there. Dangerous food, but food nonetheless. Oh, that one's active too. Jeez, they're all active. Hello, stop camping that corpse. Run on over here. Alright, who's the fastest of this group? Beep. Yoink. Alright, so now they've all eaten. Everyone in this group has just eaten, so they're all not going to starve. Because once your hunger bar drops below this point, you get a lot slower. And that Garu, thank you for the nourishment. Now that we're in the Leviathan coast, we should be seeing fewer iron spiders and more beak things versus Garu. But there seems to be some sort of... Oh, leftover massacre here. Okay, so there's a beak thing that's really wounded. And I'm going to pick a fight with it. Because if I shoot it in the head like once, it's dead. So what I'm going to do is turn everyone off of passive. Have Hella, Beep, and Meat Pants go one way, Green go another, and hopefully, of course, it follows Green. So it's actually pretty easy to juke these things. So now Green here. Oh, no, it's Green, shoot, dude. Shoot. Just shoot. Don't keep chasing it. You have range. Use it. Alright. I'm just gonna... I hope nothing happens to Ron and Silver, because I really don't have the capacity to do anything to help them if I'm micromanaging a beak thing fight. So the reason I'm here is there's a lot of meat over there. In fact, Hella, go loot that beak thing before he gets conscious again. He's in a recovery coma, and I'd like to kill him. This beak thing is pretty critical. Alright, Meat Pants, passive, Beep, passive. I don't need them trying to join the fight. If the beak thing is going to chase Green, that's fine. Just, there we go. Green is really pissing me off here, because instead of shooting, he's chasing. I'll set him on hold. Maybe that will help. Because I don't want him pursuing, I just want him firing. Because ideally, I would have... Oh, there we go. It's down. Okay, well that was frustrating, but fruitful. Because we already have the food that we came for. Alright, so put them all back on passive and not hold. So we're going to encumber them minimally. Meaning Hella's going to have to ditch some stuff. But this is a lot of food. We just need to be faster than iron spiders, is really the catch-22 here. So I don't even really care if we're that encumbered. Hella's at 15, so maybe trade some to Green. Alright. Beep. Trade with Hella. We're just going to try to get them all averaged out. I looted all the meat. This is a lot of meat too, so... Alright, so 18, 18, 19, 19. Looks good to me. Everyone follow Green, and Green, you are going to bring them home. Also, I somehow managed to rename my hive a little bit. Gave it a rather hilarious name. So it's the Hive. No, it's not. I don't know when that happened. For now, it's going to be named Northern Hive. In about 2 weeks' time, I'll have a poll about naming this stuff. But I'm not going to do it just yet. I'm probably going to poll you guys about once a month. Or so. And no more than that. Just to keep it simple. Alright, Silver and Ron have not been targeted. Which is great. And then Green and Hella, Beep, Meat Pants are now full of food and trying to get home. I just need to avoid iron spiders, and I'll be good. And then we'll cook up the raw meat for Queen, and feed foul meat to everyone else until it's gone. Pillar is over there. Actually, I gotta switch back to Pillar real quick. He's over here failing at farming because it's too dark for him to farm. So I'm going to give him a building material and illuminate his farm. Eventually, I'll probably be having proper electric lights that illuminate a lot better. But Pillar, I want you standing in the light. So you know the light's working if you don't have a farming penalty. And I still have a farming penalty. Because it's not... Standing in the middle here isn't going to illuminate it very well. So working in darkness, minus 24. Let's see. Lights. Torch post. And torch post. Alright, food run. You are going to be moving down. As soon as I see red, meaning that they're being targeted, I'll switch off. Nope, you're not done yet. And working in the dark means that our harvest yields are lower, which is really not good. So let's take a look. Farming at 100% here. So we're not penalized by light level. Perfect. Good use of those torches. Switching back to these guys, because they are running... I think of iron spiders as kind of like a minefield. They don't move very fast, so as long as you don't run directly at them, accidentally, you're probably pretty good. Alright, now they're all going to travel at the slowest person's pace, because green is the fastest swimmer by far. And I think Meat Pants is probably the slowest. Meat Pants and Hella are the slowest. Okay, and then we're going to have plenty of food. And also only one iron in the fire, which honestly is very good. I don't like controlling two particularly vulnerable groups at once. Alright, so the food run is successful. We will put them all back into hive workers. And delete the food run crew. And switched off. I didn't switch off a campfire. Come on now. Let's see. What I'm going to do is put the raw meat away in this chest here. Because I don't want anyone eating it. I want to go through all of the fowl meat first, because almost everyone... Oh, I guess they eat out of this chest, huh? Almost everyone will eat fowl meat except for Queen and the princes. So Queen, let's get you some food. And Thorns. Did he just eat? Yeah, Thorns just ate right out of the campfire. That's pretty metal. And what I should do is... Do I have a food? Yeah, I have food item storage. Sweet. I'm going to fill that food item storage up. Apparently, it does not take fowl raw meat. It only takes what it considers as quote-unquote food. So I'll put it into general storage then. But this should keep the hive from starvation for a while now, which is a very good position to be in. Green, what are you even doing out here? Oh, you're constructing, sort of? Sort of. Queen, when you're not... Yeah, let's have Queen cook. So, she should be... Yep, she just put the dried meat away. And then I'm going to basically fill her up with the raw meat now, and she should automatically cook this stuff. Good. That seems to be happening. Awesome. Well, the hive is no longer super starving, so that's good. Let's see. Upgrade. I need 15 to upgrade this. I have 42, so let's do upgrade again. I need 35 out of 42. Perfect. So we'll have an XL wheat farm at the end of this. Green still needs to put his, you know what I could do? Is there a food trough? Animal feeder. There we are. So the foul raw meat can go into an animal feeder, which will, I believe, I'll accept foul meat as a building material, or as a building material, as a food type. And that way we can actually put the foul meat away other than like general storage. And then thorns can eat from the animal feeder. So right now, as you can see, Queen is cooking up the dried meat. So let's see if this works. Yes, the animal feeder works. It doesn't stack, but it should function. So I'll just sit thorns next to this animal feeder, and thorns should automatically feed from it. I thought I just saw a quick flash of red at Ron and Silver, so let me check in on them. They're in dreg, and the terrain, oh, there it goes. The terrain hadn't fully loaded. And they're still heading north. Well, I'm very happy that I did a little bit of a scavenging food run, because waiting on these guys would have been bad, as they aren't that close to getting to us yet. They are being targeted. Okay. I thought they had been. Oh, it's just a bunch of hungry bandits. So if you'd actually do some moving here. Alright. I'm probably running the wrong direction, but I'm not double backing into a swarm of hungry bandits. That's a big old no thanks. Oh, you know what? There is a caravan down here that I might be able to link up with and have them deal with these bandits for me. Lend an assist of sorts. There are a bunch of nomads. I don't really see the person that I would trade with, but I will basically waltz the bandits into the group of nomads. And there we go. The vast majority of these bandits are now off my 6. And let's follow Silvershade, and Silvershade just keep running for home. Okay, looking good. Back to the hive workers. Queen is still cooking. Oh, she decided to put all of her... Oh, okay, that's the problem with this animal feeder. I see. So she put all of her raw meat and foul meat in there, and dried meat for that matter, and that's like totally inaccurate and wrong. Cool. I hadn't really used animal feeders in the past, and now I know exactly why. Alright, they're actually being attacked. I want you to just run. Just follow Silvershade and run. I know I could take out a bandit. Yo, you're set on literally, dude, you're set on passive. Stop turning around and trying to whack a mole, the bandits. Just run. Run, run, run. Yeah, sometimes you have to kind of remind them that they're passive. I at least did with Ron just there, because he kept turning to fight, which is not a passive response. Alright, so Queen is going to constantly get this animal feeder incorrect. This will be a lot less of an issue when we have the, no. Bad queen. Bad. Stop that. Will be a lot less of an issue when we have the bone dog bag, because then we can stick all the foul meat into the bone dog bag and have the, have thorns eat straight out of the bag. So yeah, actually, I gotta say, this animal feeder is pissing me off, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Queen, stop trying to put food in the animal feeder. And Pillar, build your farm. Okay, so she's dropped off the raw meat, and I've emptied her cooked meat. So the net result is she's gonna fill herself up with this fowl meat. And I'm going to destroy this animal feeder now. Sorry, feeder. I tried, but the AI for your feeder is frustrating at best. So, Queen just has a backpack full of raw meat that thorns can eat from. So that's, yeah, no problem at all. Alright, let's check back in on our runners. Well, we still have a few on our tail. I'm surprised that they've kept up, considering I'm 2 miles an hour faster than they are, and I don't seem to be losing them, like, at all. So they must be more efficient at following than I am at running. I like how they're hungry bandits, and yet I'm still chomping on, like, raw meat as I run. I do find that a little funny. Oh, and then Silvershade, because he ate the raw meat, is now faster, so huzzah. Double. 2 birds, 1 stone scenario there. Alright, I'm helping Queen do some manual cooking. There are some other recipes I could have done this dried meat into, but the dried meat is just easier. And as you can see, she's grabbing from the proper food bins. Alright, how far are these bandits going to follow me? Check back on them. No, I am outrunning them. The thing is, I'm about to run into the fog, or near enough the fog that I might run into some fog patrols. So these little banditos that want food from me are going to end up getting eaten. There's always a bigger fish, right? Alright, so this farm is 7 away from being constructed. That's very good. It's a nice, big, healthy wheat farm. And then what I can end up doing is making another wheat farm when that one's done. Ideally, we would have enough wheat farms and cactus farms to have like a relatively unlimited amount of chew sticks. That is the end goal. Alright, so I'm going to have Queen hibernate, as there's really nothing for her to do at the moment. My hive workers are all working. Green is building that big old wheat farm. So, until Green starts making the bridge again, there's not much reason for me to look over there. Let's see. Because I have them set on passive. Oh, that's not going to fit. It's too long of a blade. I was going to say I can just have Ron ditch his weapon for even greater run speed. Those bandits are persistent, I'll give them that. Alright, so the wheat farm's done. That means Green is back in the hot seat. And by that I mean he's going to be potentially running into very dangerous situations with these spiders, so I gotta be careful of them as well. Northern Hive, open to the public, sure, why not? I just discovered another hive village. There's a lot of them, aren't there? When I go to war with the Western Hive, there's gonna be no shortage of targets. Alright. You guys just keep running. It's constantly flashing. I wish there was another color, like yellow for they're being targeted and red for like they're actually getting hit. I'm sure there's a mod that does that, but I don't need to add a mod. I just need to be cautious about them actually getting hit. Because it's sort of like The Boy Who Cries Wolf, with it always flashing red. It's like, yeah, I know. But it could be a lot more dangerous. You know, they could be surrounded by, like, big things or something. And I just wouldn't necessarily know until they got hit. Which means I have to constantly check in on them. But one thing Kenshi does not do well is switch zones constantly. Because each zone takes up a lot of memory. So if you're switching zones constantly, it's very memory intensive. Alternatively, I might be able to just run the hungry bandits into these Holy Nation outlaws and just have them fight one another. There we go. Yep, beat each other up. Leave me alone. There's one still chasing me. I can deal with that. I'm just letting Silvershade take his shots. I don't want to get leg wounds. Yo, Silver... Oh, they're set on passive. Yeah, he was doing the correct thing here. Ron wasn't. Ron was like, yeah, I'm all about this attack thing. Because... Alright. That fight did not go very well. Silvershade, first aid Ron, and let's get moving. Ron's usually better at combat than that. He just had some bad rolls. Alright. Ron follow Silver, and Silver just keep going. There's really no advantage to getting in a fight when we're basically loaded up with valuable trade goods, and very far away from potential aid. So we know that green is going to want to build this last wall piece. What is chasing me now? What, did the Holy Nation... No, the Hungry Bandit's still chasing me. Go away. I don't have food for you. Well, I do have food for you, but you're not taking it. Alright, so what I was going to do is... oh, Queen is hungry. I guess I'll leave her upright. I was going to have green... I was going to micromanage green to get him to build that last wall piece. Because he's going to want to do it anyway. So I might as well do it while I'm staring at him do it. So that he doesn't get himself harmed in any way. And Queen's about to be unmalnourished. Or nourished, I guess is the correct word. If I was to, you know... speak English well, good like English. Yep. So now she doesn't have a food penalty to move speed or anything like that. She's back up into the green. She's hungry, but she's not so hungry that it's penalizing. All right. So I came all the way down here because I knew that. Green was going to want to do this piece first, so I might as well watch him do it, because this is the most dangerous part of the bridge, as it's surrounded by iron spiders. I'm sort of curious if the iron spiders will even use the bridge to come try to attack me. So that's another thing I want to take a look at. Once that bridge is done, I'll take some shots and see if they follow me over the bridge. Where did Ron go? Ron stopped running. Like, entirely. Cool. Cool. Very cool. Alright. Fine. Well, if Ron is stopped running, I might as well stop and sort of kite shoot this stupid bandit that's following me around. So that Ron can catch up. So let's reload, take another shot. Miss horribly. That was like dozens of meters off. I'm making a holy bandit leader. He's holy because I'm filling with holes. Alright, Ron, you want to regain some honor here and actually hit a target for once? Plop. Yeah, shouldn't have chased me. That blade sucks. So, not gonna bother. I'm just gonna have them keep running. Discovered yet another hive village. There is a lot of them. Alright, so we'll soon be in the Shrieking Forest, which renews the danger I have. I had to go through Vane, which is full of beak things, and now the Shrieking Forest, and then eventually the Iron Spiders. You guys picked a not-so-friendly location to build a base. I appreciate it. I'm just constantly in danger. For now, at least. I have no idea why I had a surplus of building materials, and yet he wasn't using them. So I'm going to start a small farm, a small wheat farm right next to the old one. Let's hit plus so that we can see it. And try to put it right next to the old one so that we can benefit from the torch. And pillar. Actually, I'm not going to have you do that. I'm going to have pillar manually ordered to do engineering. I don't want him to start working on the walls or anything like that. It looks like there's 3 building materials left for the whole bridge. That's exciting. So I'm getting pretty close to having that bridge, and then I guess we're scooting through some of the fog islands here. Green, you still have a building material, so use it, dude. His jobs are a little screwed up. He's like preferentially going to job number 2, which is the stone mining, over engineering, even though there's engineering tasks to be done. But I'll just keep an eye on him, make sure he's being productive. So Thorns should be climbing out of malnourishment soon. Queen already has, and no one else in the hive should be malnourished, because there is a giant box of food available to them. Pillar, put away all of the wheat, so let's unput it away. There we go. Green, let's get this bridge completed. That will be a nice milestone. Alright, so the new wheat field has 7 out of 10. So as soon as we have a new harvest with the first wheat field, we'll be able to expand that new wheat field. I'm just going to immediately reinvest. Ron and Silver are being targeted, so green, I have to hope that you're building the bridge. Oh, hello. And they're standing still, so that is really good that I switched over. You guys do not stand still on the Fog Islands, so I want to be going this way. Luckily for me, the fog aren't fast, they're not smart. Well, there's not really individual AI or anything, but I like to think of them as dumb targets. Dumb little drones, attack drones that just, they're like Disney's lemmings. Unfortunately for me, it seems like they are actually able to keep pace. I'm not losing them right now. So my walls are finished. That means green's going to go back to mining. Well, this one's able to keep pace. The rest of them are slower. Why is one fog on, like, speed and the other one's not? I don't know. See if I can't shoot this one in the leg or something. I shot him in the head. I'd complain, but honestly, that's way cooler than shooting him in the leg. Oh, hello. It's not time to slow down. It's time to speed up. Alright, so the issue here is I'm encumbered. So I'm going to dump a stack of meat from Ron, and then have Ron pick up some stuff from Silvershade, because they're going to need to move faster than 18. So now they're at 19 and 21, so let's get them at... I just need to be able to outrun these guys. So let's see. I can... Yep, 20, 20. They're both at 20. So I'll be able to outrun the fog at 20. I just need to not make mistakes. And we only had to drop 10 meat for that. So that's a small price to pay for, you know, survival. Jesus, look at them all. And this is why it's called death yards and fog swarms. What else can I do here? Not much else. I could rearrange a little bit more, but I think we're good. As long as we don't stop. It's also possible that these guys follow me ad infinitum, basically forever. And if that's the case, what I'll end up doing is I'll try to run them into some Shriekers and get the Shriekers to deal with them. But no. Oh, no, they're still following. We're not flashing red, but they're still following. Green. That is a beautiful bridge. Well done, Green. So Green's engineering should have gone up. Yep, he's a level 22, almost 23. I think back home, there's really not much for me to do, so I'm going to basically autopilot them in making building materials so that I can micromanage Ron and Silver, because they are, as you just saw, Ron came to a halting stop as I changed zones, so they are definitely needing some attention. Oh, I think the fog stopped. I don't see them anymore. I cannot wait to get that bag on Thorns and have Thorns be able to be a beast of trading burden. Alright, we're clearly in the Shrieking Forest. It was kind of an abrupt transition, sound ambience-wise, but that happens. Alright, Silvershade, wait for Ron. Alright, well, we're going to want to get out of the Shrieking Forest fast, because it's not much friendlier here than it is in the Fog Islands. So, we've got to get up and get moving. There's a horde of Shriekers coming my way right now. If I can just sort of tiptoe around them, that would be ideal. Oh boy, there's another horde. Maybe I can hug the coast. There's another alternative. Oh. They're yelling at me, but they're not yet targeting me. The Shrieking Bandits are slower than the Fog, however. So they're much easier to outrun. And they're screaming Jeep. I wonder if they have any endorsements. Alright, let's try to blow past those. Yep, there we go. Because it's pretty rugged terrain here, and there's not a lot of options for the ways you can run. So there's some choke points like here. Yep, those are aggroed on me. These other ones aren't yet. Basically, they scream crap at you, and you have the chance to try to respond correctly. And there might be a guide about what they say versus how you respond, but I'd rather not cheat in that way. I'd rather treat them as hostiles rather than pretend to be one. If I pretend to be one, am I really any different than the Fog? I don't think I am. Alright, so we're almost in Purple Sands, which means the end to the Shrieker threat and the start to the iron spider threat, which is like half a dozen of one, 6 of the other. It's like, how do you want to die? Being swarmed by meat cleavers or being chopped to bits by iron spider cleavers? I don't really see much difference in those two endings, truth be told. It's like gruesome or gruesome. I would say the worst way to lose... Oh, right. The, who's it? Ron, take a little... Take a knee. Alright, so we were here before, picking over this ruin. I'm curious if... I probably don't have the skills, the one I left, to pick it still. No. And I don't have the tools. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and keep running home. We're almost home. We're very, very close. And that is a lot of research books that Silvershade has on him. Let's see. A row is 20, 40, 68 or something, I think, at quick glance. So normally I would be bothered that they're taking the watery route, but honestly building up some swimming skills is really not a terrible idea. So now that they're in the water and relatively safe, I am going to use green and check about the bridge mobility of spiders. Because if possible, I'd love to get rid of these stupid spiders that are camping me. But it looks as if they are fully capable of using... Oh, maybe they're not. It kind of got stuck. Whoa. Hold. Don't go hug a spider. Alright, looks like we're shooting at it at the very least, so I'm going to have Queen join in. She's all about the spider bashing. Hold and shoot. Are they shooting, though? The thing is, I don't really see them firing. Oh, there we go. Okay, if I take them off a hold, they get a little bit closer. So it's kind of a cheese way to kill off the spiders, but honestly, the skill differential between me and the spiders is ridiculous. And I'm just gonna survive really any way I know how. So, my dear friends are swimming in purple sands. Let's check in on them. We'll have them make landfall around here. There's... Yep, those spiders seem to be deactivated. Green, you are going to switch squads real quick. You're more Queen's escort right now than you are a worker. Now, I know I can't mine iron around here because there's no iron nodes, but iron spiders have iron plates in them. So, there we go. Down one. And Queen's already shooting at another. Let me try to get a better shot here. So they will use the bridge, they just kind of get stuck, is the answer. Now, where'd Green go? You just put that away into the iron plates. And then the electrical components are going to be nice as well, because a lot of things that I'm going to want to use has electrical components as well. So we'll put those away. And have you go follow your Queen. So this is good target practice. We'll get better at shooting doing this. So while we shoot that one, Silvershade and Ron almost have made landfall. I kind of wish there was a setting where you told characters to travel and avoid swimming. That'd be really nice. Because especially around the swamp areas, there's a lot of times where you are traveling and you're forced to swim. And it sucks. Okay, green, you're the faster swimmer, so get out to that thing. And loot it. Queen, go piss off this new one. Alright, green. If you want to join Queen, you have to go the long way. No, you have to go the long way. But I don't really mind the crossbow practice for Queen. It's actually, honestly, rather quite nice. And Ron and Silvershade should be traveling up the coast towards us. Haha, spider. Engineered. Yeah, as you can see, it's too narrow there. I engineered an anti-spider bridge. By accident. Now, the thing is, I was planning on getting rid of this bridge and replacing it with what actually looks like a bridge. I just wanted to spend the materials to build it, so I wasn't just, you know, gifting myself a free bridge. Actually, Silvershade and Ron go on passive. I don't want them to, Green? Really? Really, dude? Oh my god. You numbnuts. Well, at this point, Queen's gonna solo that thing down. Come on, numbnuts. Alright, so the iron plates are away. The electrical components are away. This is a really good way to, I'm actually able to make electrical components, so I'm not actually all that concerned about electrical components because we have a copper node on the island, and I can turn the copper into electrical components. Boom! Wow, that was explosive. She's getting food. Green, you loot. Or maybe I can pick it up while it's flying. Nope. I could not. So, as you can see, there's like a puddle of oil underneath. I want to not have spiders sitting on my bridge. So, we'll put these down. Let's loot this one before it regains consciousness. Oh, that's going to be a while, too. So, not that much of a rush. Oh! And they're home! Oh, it's a reunion. Where we have food and research and... yeah, that's good. I rather like that. And as you can see, the characters will automatically path on their own. They don't need encouragement or anything. Alright, Silvershade, you have a big task here. You need to dump the books. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, then you're going to give the Bone Dog backpack. So let's trade with Thorns. Awesome. And there's the backpack, and this will stack. So Thorns... you still a pup? No, you're a teen. That means I don't think you can fit anymore. But I gave him some of the fowl meat to have on him. Ron and Silver, you are going to fold back into the Queen's escort. Queen, you are going to give Ron his armor back. Silvershade has a backpack for Ron, presumably. This wooden backpack... Well, we'll go to green for a... Well, no, not even green. We'll go to the floor for a moment. And I'll put that stuff away. I also have the materials I need to start a wheat farm. Or a cotton farm. Which is good, good, good. So Ron's cooked up all the food that he had on him. Sharing some of the bolts here. So we don't have anyone that runs out. Queen, trade with Thorns. So now Thorns has plenty of food. Thorns now moves at 24 miles an hour. So able to keep up with the rest of them. Oh, yes, progress. So much progress being made. So we have cactus and wheat and green fruit, which we don't have any. Farming. Wait, is this a small? No, this is large. Let's downgrade that and downgrade that to only 10. We're not going to have 40 magically. We can go on a trade run to try to get green fruit right now, but what I'm going to do first is a small cotton farm. So let's go ahead and, I don't know, we'll just have it be very grid farming. Alright, so I know it says I don't have enough building materials, but let's see. Green, you were the one doing all the building before, so what I'm going to do is have you ditch that backpack for the wooden one. Because you are a pretty good engineer. Oh, that's a wheat farm. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, this is my cotton farm. There we go. We're going to have enough cotton to build the whole thing. And let's tell him to be an engineer. He's trying to put the raw meat into the fire here. He's doing his best. There is a way, I think, in AI to tell them to stop ditching items. So I can do that. And that, unless they're tasked with putting items away, they won't automatically do it. Queen, let's see. You are probably going to need to do some research here. So let's show some research. Tech level 3, farming. Clothing. So let's get hemp farming researched. We have the hemp. And then I'm not going to do wind. Research sleeping bags, first aid, fabric, hemp fabric, beds. This is in no particular order. I want it all. I'm gonna have green temporarily be our dried meat cook. This farm is all set. It needs pillars. Green thumb. Where is Pillar anyway? Oh, Pillar is harvesting that farm. So let's do cotton first, then wheat, then cactus. Alright. What you can do is actually just manage the water like this and just stuff way extra water in the farms and then not have to put water in it in the future. It just sort of sits there and feeds it. So, there. A little bit of micromanagement, and we're all set. There. Pillar's done. So, Silver Shade and Ron are all set to go. Green is just doing some cooking. And then he'll be set to go. I could just, you know what I'm going to do? Let's add some more, campfires in. And there we go. Plenty of campfires now to cook up the rest of the meat. Thorns. I'm gonna have Thorns probably transfer these iron sticks. I don't need iron sticks everywhere. And then the small thieves backpack can go to green. Now that green's done, this wooden backpack will go to someone else. We'll go to Hella. Alright, that means that Ron, Silvershade, and Green, and Thorns are all ready to go on an excursion, but I actually don't have an excursion really planned, to be honest. I just don't know where I'd want to send them. I'd honestly want to send Queen out to do some recruiting, because we need extra hands for the farms and the fields and all that stuff. In fact, Ron, how about you take some of this meat and cook it. So I'm just doing a little bit of base management here. Oh, that was all the meat. Very good. And Green's having tasks like this might seem inefficient, and it is, of course, but it also raises athletic skill. So as silly as it looks to have you running around like your head cut off, it's actually pretty reasonable to gain athletics that way. So now we're able to make cactus and wheat in pretty decent amounts, which will, once we have power, amount to a source of renewable food, the Dust Witch. We just need green fruit for that. So, of course, green fruit's going to be our next big thing that we do. It also looks like green just finished up. So, you know what I could do? I could send these guys... Oh, what are you doing now? Oh, sweet. We're harvesting the original wheat farm, which means we are constructing the new one. So this wheat farm is all set. And actually, I'm just going to have it go straight to a giant wheat farm. And hopefully I'll have enough material for that. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. But I'm just about out of time, guys. So I feel like... I feel very, very happy with the state of things right now. We've got a... honestly, a lovely amount of work being done. And the hive is healthy, it's fed. I've got a bone dog backpack. We've got tons of research to grind through. And everything's looking really good. I think the only thing I would change is getting some green fruit and getting our population numbers up a bit. If you have any tips, tricks, feedback for me, drop me a line. The next poll... I will announce when it is upcoming, but I think it's going to be August 3rd, maybe? So next week. So in the next week, I will be collecting feedback from you all. I'll announce this again next episode, the start of next episode. And what I will do is put up in the Discord channel a suggestions box specifically for Kenshi. And the suggestions that get dropped in there might end up on the poll. I'll again remind you next week of this. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you all later. Adios.